because we gotta hit the music. Ooh, what is up, Pop Culture Pros Nation? YouTube, all you people out there, welcome to a very special 69th episode of the Just Too Sweet Show. I am Mr. Tim Tawala, Big Daddy Cool. With me, as always, is my tag team partner, Mr. Eric Zan, A to the Z. What is up, brother? What's going on?
Not much, man. Living the life in the North. Loving every minute of it.
Yeah, I heard it's nice. You get a little break from the winter this week.
We got the big reprieve from. I mean, for like a month, dude. It just didn't get above like 18 degrees. Like that was the warmest it got.
Which is
and
rare.
Now, yeah, dude. And now we're having this heat wave of like 30s, and tomorrow is supposed to be in the 40s, and things are melting, and people are a little happier, and it's such a wonderful reprieve. It really is. I mean, winter's not over yet, but it's just nice to have a little break once in a while, before you feel like jumping out the window. So
yeah, that's awesome. Look, we already got our first. Look who it is, Mr. Terzio. What's up, Frank?
Mr. Terzio.
Welcome
Mr.
to the show.
Terzio. How you doing, Paisano?
That's our good friend Frank. I think Frank misses me because we haven't had a chance to fight on the football show lately.
The football show, yeah.
We couldn't do it last week. We both got real busy. We'll be back Thursday or Wednesday. I don't know which day. But we are doing the one final episode of that show coming up. Be prepared for that, people. Hang on. I'm still sharing this out.
He's still sharing it out. Well,
yeah,
I'll run my mouth while Tim shares it out.
Run your mouth.
I'll just tell you, we Granny's Peace Tea was really fun the other week, and so was the 007 show. So if nobody got a chance to do that. Oh, Shooting the Sith. Timmy and his guest Ed did Shooting the Sith, and that was really fun. And if you guys aren't watching Boba Fett, you really should. I mean, I know a lot of people are calling it Mandalorian Part 2 or Version 2, but it's leading up to something. I know it is. That's really cool. You really should check it out, and you should watch Tim's show to get up to date with all that because they do a really, really good job chopping it up. And last week there was no A to Z last week. I got too busy with the storms and working. My other job, but my main job here, I will be back Friday. I'm hoping Tim will be back with me. Were you over here? Tim says he will be back with me, and we have got a banger of a show for you. So stay tuned. A to Z Friday.
Awesome. I can't wait for that. I like Ed McMahon in that show. It's always fun.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, we have the best time. Come on.
What topic are we going to do? You have any idea? Any hint? Are we going to wing it, or do you want it to come with something ridiculous?
I think I think the premise of the show is just the bullshit. So it's we're just gonna you got something on your mind, we're gonna talk about it. I got something on my, we're gonna talk about it, and we're just gonna run the tangent. And from what I'm gonna give you the honest feedback, Tim. People enjoy watching you and I bullshit for whatever reason.
I get that too. I get that a lot too.
So it's like we're just going to keep going with the flow. And we'll have a guest once in a while. Like I'll get somebody on and we can heckle and ask them questions and stuff and get to know whoever. But for the premise of it, we're two interesting guys and we have unique perspectives and voices, so it's like people dig that. So we're going to give the people what they want.
Exactly. Bambi, hello. Welcome to the show. Frank.
Bambi.
We will get into Brock Lesnar and Bobby. We'll get into that too. When we start ranting.
Bambi, it's good to see you. Bambi, we hope everything's okay. We'd like to give, real quick, we just want to give our well wishes to Bambi. She's going through a little bit of a rough time right now. So if all our family, our Just Too Sweet family could just hold her in your heart for a little bit. They're going through a rough time, so she could use all the love and support that we could give her. So, yes, Bambi, we love you.
Absolutely.
PCP is behind you. We're all here for you. We're just hang in there, man. You're gonna be all right.
Hang with us, Bambi. We'll make you. We'll help you. We'll try to distract you a little bit. A little bit of wrestling news. Maybe that'll keep you going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're thinking about you. Okay. Carolyn, hello, and welcome to the show.
Hello, Carolyn.
Hey, man,
Good to see
Thanks,
you.
guys. All right, you know what? Let's jump into this madness because we had a couple cool news stories. Well, I wouldn't say they were cool, but
Pretty cool.
first the Royal Rumble. We'll put this up there because this is what's going to happen. Shane McMahon. I know you wanted to talk about this, Eric, because
I did.
At the Royal Rumble, again, WWE's in a free fall, in my opinion.
I think you're right.
No surprises, no interesting matches, no excitement in this Rumble, really. Again, the women's was better than the men's. I think that's been like that for like 3 straight years now.
Yeah.
The biggest surprise was Shane McMahon came out, threw a couple guys out, ended up, got thrown out anyway. And guess who won the goddamn Royal Rumble? Brock Lesnar, who lost earlier in the night, and there's no way that can happen, God forbid. So he ends up winning the Rumble so he can come out and challenge at WrestleMania. I predicted it. A lot of people predicted it from the beginning. As soon as Lesnar lost, we said he's going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to come out and ruin it. And he came out, of course, at number 30.
I kind of feel like you were ahead of the curve a little bit because you were the first person I heard that from, online or otherwise, because everybody was putting their money on for some reason. That, remember the whole Cody Rhodes thing that got out there? They thought he was going to enter because everybody got preoccupied with that. And you were like sticking to the Brock Lesnar gun, and I'm kind of glad that came true because
only when he lost the opening match, the earlier match, then I was like, shit, he's going to come out at number 30 and win this goddamn Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
and exactly what happened because they're too damn predictable. But Shane McMahon was the biggest surprise in the men's Royal Rumble. The women had their usual. Kelly came back. Who cares? She sucks anyway.
She does.
Undertaker's wife, Michelle McCool, came back. Molly Holly came back. All the usual people came back for the women's. Still a better match than the men's, but nothing exciting. And anyway, Shane came out. Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, I'm just agreeing with you.
So Shane comes out. He was the big surprise of the night. Fun, but who cares? Turn to the next day, and he has a massive amount of heat with everyone backstage. Turns out he was the producer of the men's Royal Rumble, wrote himself to throw out Kevin Owens, who before the Lesnar thing, Owens, Styles were my 2 picks to win until I saw Lesnar lose. So Owens gets thrown out by Shane. Turns out he wrote that all by himself at the last. He changed the ending in the last minute. He changed that. Took a lot of heat for it. That was Monday. Fast forward to Tuesday. Shane McMahon fired. I'm sorry. Let go.
Oh, sent home.
Let go from the WWE, which, come on, that's ridiculous. It's his company, for Christ's sake. But Eric, what the hell is going on, man? What is happening to our beloved company?
You said it correct with free fall, because it's like, it feels like literally they took the whole WWE, put it in like one of those F-16s and flew it up into the stratosphere and just pushed it out, and it's just falling to earth and scattering everywhere. There's like no order, no rhyme or reason to why anything is happening. And now, I mean, they took off with the firings of 2 guys that I really liked were Regal. Of course, you know how big of a Regal fan I am, and Road Dogg. And now, and Triple H is probably still healing, but I believe, he's not in charge of NXT anymore either. I don't think.
I think is running it pretty much alone at this moment.
Wow. So now this happens. Now I'll be honest with you. I thought it was a work, and I thought something was going to come out of it and a work come out of it. But you have like Keller, Meltzer, all the Mark magazines, the insiders, the website, every single thing is reporting. Every single media outlet is reporting the same thing, that it's legit. Vince was appalled, pissed off, didn't know. And after it happened, I guess he freaked out. And I'm curious to what Pritchard's going to say on his bullshit podcast, because he's going to have to address it. Bambi, I agree. I don't think, yes and no. I don't think they're selling out. I think they're backed up against the wall. And I don't think they need to be. Like, I think they took the heat from AEW to the wrong way because they weren't really in competition with them. I mean, they're still not. I mean, AEW is not really getting big ratings as it is anyway. It's not. And
No
not what they
at this
no
point.
no wrestling is. Yeah, we're at a low again. We're at the 95, 96 low that we had back then. This is cool though, because something will change and something big will happen. Where and when, I don't know. But this is the cycle of wrestling. Because you remember in the early 80s, it was stagnant. NWA was stagnant. WWF was stagnant. Then all of a sudden, here comes Hogan. Bam. And then, early 90s, boom. Then all of a sudden, Stone Cold Steve Austin, boom. And then, John Cena peaked it and then kind of down. Now we got to go up again. But the problem is, Tim, I'm just going to say it. They need to stop addressing it as sports entertainment and start calling it professional wrestling. Call it what it is. It's professional wrestling. It's not sports entertainment.
Well, that's what AEW does differently. They call it professional wrestling. And
I love that. I absolutely love that.
So now, as far as Shane goes, I mean, like I said, Vince is just complete. And the Triple H hasn't been around.
Nope.
But Triple H got Karrion Kross, who was recently fired. He was the NXT champion that got fired. He got released with that whole group. Mm-hmm. He did nothing but stick up for Triple H. He said Triple H was honest. He was straightforward. He didn't play favorites. He helped everybody. He can't say a single bad word about the guy.
No.
And so how do you reward that? You pull him off the show. Vince is really losing his goddamn mind.
I think so. I think that Vince needs to. He's never gonna. Because his mother just passed away. R.I.P. Vince's mom. That's terrible. She was 101 years old. So if that tells you anything about Vince, he's probably going to live to be 120.
Jesus.
Given all the growth hormone shampoo that he uses and the fucking ostrich intestine Botox that he probably shoves in his cheeks. Like, I don't know, but he's probably going to live to be 120. He's probably going to hang on to it until he's unresponsive.
Bunker, welcome. You're right.
Hey, Bunker.
Yeah, but Karrion Kross really went to bat for Triple H, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. At least he's showing. I don't know, but I mean, they're just at a point where something has to change immediately. But speaking of AEW, they're actually having a little problem themselves. All those people that were just released a couple months ago, the whatever you want to call it, the Black Monday, whatever, when all the wrestlers got fired, they're all free now.
Yeah.
So they can sign anywhere. And as
Keith
far
Lee,
as signing,
Keith Lee's the big one, right?
Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, those are probably the bigger names. But now you have someone like what's her name, Ruby Soho, who was in WWE, went there. Now she's complaining that AEW lied to her. And again, all these wrestlers that are jumping over there, they have too many guys over there now.
It's WCW again. It's WCW again.
Exactly. So now she got pushed. She's getting pushed. She thought she was supposed to get a major push. She's already at mid-card. She had one little push the first 2 months she was there. Now she's a mid-carder, losing to everyone else on TV. And she's starting to complain about it. That's what's going to happen if you sign every single person that WWE releases. You're going to have the overflow. You're going to have way too many people in there.
Yeah.
So that's already starting.
Yep.
So something's got to change.
Something's got to change.
Speaking of Vince McMahon, speaking of the boss, speaking of the head of a company, we are about to be joined for the first time in a long time by our very own Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Mr. Steve Ferracci. Boss, what's going on?
What's up?
Boss, is that you?
Hey, look, episode 69. I have to be on episode 69.
Yeah, you have to.
What's going on, fellas?
It's better than being perpetually caught in episode 37 of the A to Z program that's aired about, 7 times?
I swear, doing your uploading your show, it's like Groundhog Day. That 37.
He messaged me the other day.
Last July.
Yeah, he messaged me the other day, Tim. He goes, you know that you're on episode 40, right? And I'm like, no. He goes, yeah, you keep putting 38, and it's not the one.
I'm like, 5 years from now, you're going to be on episode 46.
Meanwhile, actually, it'll be 100, over 100.
Congratulations to Brock Lesnar.
Wait, I I have to congratulate the two of you.
That's why.
You
That's the only
two-
reason I'm congratulating.
You two are the winners of the second annual Just Too Sweet Pop Culture
What?
Pros Royal Rumble pool.
What?
Congratulations, guys! Your
Yes.
money is on its way.
Here, I got something.
It's on its way.
Uh-oh. What's the boss doing?
What's he doing?
I hope he's not putting on a dress. I'll be really upset.
Oh, that's a
Oh, he's got the title.
He's got a title.
Oh, he's got the title.
Here it is, baby.
Nice.
Last year's winner, Bambi, saying congrats, guys.
Yeah,
She won last year.
I did lose last year. Congrats. Actually, there should be some type of a ceremony. You know, Bambi. We should be having Bambi just like hand this over like Hogan did to Warrior.
Yeah.
And right.
I
And
agree.
Who won the?
Now you're
who won
getting
another
shots from Terzio now. Look at that.
Oh, that's it's Mets related. They bring back
course
Old Timers Day.
Of
this
course, it's
year.
Mets related.
I'll play shortstop if they let me. August 27th gets the Rockies.
Hey, that's my birthday, boss.
August 27th?
Yeah.
Look at that. Old Timers Day returns to the New York Mets on Mr. Z's birthday.
On the old timer's birthday.
Well, yeah. That makes sense.
Lauren asked me what century I'm on now. That's
Can I, Bunker? Are you still here?
Lord. Hope
Because
not.
I did.
let's hope not.
I was just handed this by our crack team. James Bunker changed his profile picture on Facebook to this.
Oh my god. I'm a stalker, you know.
That's
Hey,
great.
Who brought this thing into my life? Which one of you was it?
Not me. No, not me. Boss, not me.
Technically, that was both of us because he started
That
on
was
this
both of
show.
us.
He started
I
on
mean,
this show. Hey, there
It
it
is
is.
did.
quite the improvement over the actual. So.
I like how it pops up at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
A bunch of
Oh my
lunatics.
god, Bunker! Oh my god!
Bunch of lunatics is right. That's this. I mean, that's this network. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, Facebook all of a sudden now has podcasts. So now you can go to the fan page and you can subscribe to us on Facebook as well.
Nice. Do it, people. Please do
You
it.
should be crying knowing what you look like and knowing what you could look like there.
Yeah, on the boss's behalf, I've got to say that he is a handsome dude, and Bunker. You could do well with taking some grooming tips from one said Steve Faraci here.
I don't even know how he fits into one of these screens when he comes on. His head, it's like,
Oh god!
He's got a big head. He really does.
Look, you guys are gonna have to just go at it at Wrestlemania one year. You're gonna have to go at it, get it over with.
and an
once
Iron
for all.
Man match.
An
Iron
Man
Man,
match.
Hell in everything. Iron Man, Hell in a Cell,
And
everything, all in one
Bert-
shot.
Bert's gonna have to referee it.
Well, like I was saying, you guys won. I will be sending you your money. But there is one person who did not pay up. One person.
I'm gonna guess.
Take a wild guess, boss.
There it is.
Because
He's still my beating heart.
Because
I'm shocked.
again, we Hollywood Dave pops up out of nowhere one day
I
and
didn't
said,
believe
because we
it.
mentioned about replacing him on this show, and he threatened us with physical bodily harm, saying that you cannot replace him on this show. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take it one step further. We are gonna hold the very first Just Too Sweet Pop Culture Pros Tough Enough episode
Oh,
to replace Hollywood Dave if he doesn't make some kind
I
of
like it.
effort.
You think you
to
can
get
hang
in
with
the
us?
show.
You think you can hang with us? There's your chance to find out.
Wow.
And I'm like, look,
Anybody with a last name of Bunker is disqualified.
Oh, look at
I
Bambi.
do what's
Look
best
what she
for
wrote.
business, but even
My head is huge. Billy Fusillo.
look at Bambi. There you go. See, he drinks
There
White
you go.
Claw.
She
Can't
knows
be
the
too
deal.
strong. Very well
Oh,
done,
yeah.
Bambi.
Well, I want to ask you one question. Let me know if it's okay. Frank, this isn't the Met Show, Frank. This isn't the Met Show.
I want to know if it's okay.
But you know what? Since you're kind enough to ask permission, ask your damn question
You
so
may
we
go.
can move on. Ask your question so we can move on.
Go
Frank.
ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm
Jesus
thinking a
Christ.
Take a
tough
request.
enough style contest of announcing, of showing us their voice, showing us their look, maybe a bikini contest. But I don't care. What are you going to do? We got to
No
show them.
Speedos. No
But
Speedos,
the
guys.
Hollywood Dave's got to show us something soon.
Actually, send all the Speedo pictures to A to Z at popculturepros.com.
I will meticulously go through them.
This is the question. Listen, there's only one big sexy on this show. You're asking the wrong question on the wrong show.
Yep. And
But
Frank,
Steve, go
yes,
ahead. Go ahead.
absolutely. And
Okay,
he
there
should
you
be
go.
batting cleanup.
I don't understand your fascination with that guy. I never will.
It's just
Guy was a
funny.
home run. All of a sudden, he's God amongst Mets fans.
It was because it was an accidental oops. Oh,
Is
look
he
at
the-
it go.
Is he the Shane Spencer of the Yankees or the Mets?
No,
It's Bartolo Colon, dude, the pitcher. He hits an accidental home run one day, and all of a sudden he's like God.
Oh,
It was just so funny. It was just so unexpected. It's like Dave showing up for a show. It's out of the blue, unexpected. You just don't know that. You can't prepare yourself for it.
well, yeah.
Oh, look at Bunker changed his profile picture again.
It's back.
Oh, no, I don't even want to know what it is.
Okay, is it me or Eric? What was it now?
It's probably me.
What the hell is that?
Freddie. Thanks, Freddie.
Oh, that's Fred. Where's
Oh,
Bunker?
Freddie.
Right
Thank you,
up.
Fred.
There you go.
I
there
fucking
it is.
knew it.
Look at this
I
crap.
fucking knew it.
crap.
I fucking knew it.
Well, Freddie, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Freddie. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Bunker, you're already on mine. See, I think Bunker would be going to replace Hollywood Dave. I thought he could replace him. Or
Hey,
a
but
good
before
friend.
we go much further, Freddie has his own network called All Sports All Plays. Go
cool.
check them out. They do good work there.
Sweet.
LaDonna, shout out to LaDonna. We used to work
I will
together
check that out.
On a previous site. But yeah, just a
I
little quick
remember.
shout out to Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie,
remember
that's cool,
LaDonna?
man.
Yeah.
Freddie.
You're always welcome here, my friend.
Right here, Freddie.
Any friend of the boss is a friend of ours.
You're in.
So let's move on from Hollywood Dave. I'm not going to call him Hollywood Dave anymore. He's just that guy that used to be around all the time.
Yeah.
That's it. Another interesting story popped up, boss. You can come in here with us. Jacque Rougeau, of all people,
I did see something about this.
had a
Oh,
little
so go
interview
ahead.
talking about steroids where he named
Yeah.
the biggest steroid users in the WW, I'll say F, back then, and who never touched the stuff. And by the way, he claims he never touched the stuff. If you look at him when he was
It's
with
always
the,
suspicious, right?
yeah, but you look at him as one of the Rougeau brothers, tiny, the Mountie, huge. Just saying.
He put on
Just
20
saying.
pounds.
With the pride, the cattle pride.
Yeah.
That doesn't,
Anyway,
that doesn't
yeah.
happen drinking milkshakes. No.
Anyway, telling us who the biggest steroid users are is not a shock at all. He named the British Bulldogs as the
course
biggest
he did.
steroid users
Of course he did.
in the history of the world. And he said that so much so that McMahon was actually afraid of them at one point.
Bullshit.
What did Davey Boy Smith die of? He died of a heart attack, right?
Yes.
He did. He
So-
did. And
I mean,
okay,
that's one of the things from it,
I'm going off here for a minute. Okay,
Do
there's no doubt that the British Bulldogs did every drug under the sun and had needles sticking out of their ass. Look at them. Nobody looks like that from going to the gym 5 times a week. Obviously, they did steroids. Okay, hey Jacque, why don't you tell us something we don't know? And 2, Jacque, you're just mad because now listen. I got to tell you guys, I've delved deep into this whole Jacque Rougeau Dynamite Kid thing. Yeah, Dynamite was probably a bully. Yeah, he was whatever. But he was one of those rough and gruff English dudes that are just plain tough. And that's how he grew up. And he was a little guy and he got bullied. So he bullied back. And whatever. You're a wrestler. And back then it was the Wild West. Okay, was it right? Probably not. But did it happen? Yeah. And Jacque contradicts himself because he's like, oh, I could have told my father who knows people up in Montreal from he's like threatening with the mafia. It's like, fuck off. The fucking mafia in Montreal. Go fuck yourself. It ain't the fucking New York mafia. Don't fucking even say the Montreal
That's the
mafia.
French Canadian mafia.
The French Canadian mafia? That's like saying the Hale Eddy mafia. Give me a break. It doesn't happen. So anyway, number 3, okay? So he's pinpointing the Bulldogs on all this stuff, okay? He's like, well, they were, but then I'd say 70% of everybody was, but me and Tito Santana and Rick Martel didn't. It's like,
We didn't touch
yeah,
it.
Rick Martel did. He admitted it, douchebag. He admitted he took steroids. Did you see Strike Force to the model? That's like going from David Jacque to a line. You know what I mean? Give me a break. So it's like, come on, Jacque, you fucking idiot. Don't sit to any chance. You know what? He's a bitter French Canadian fuckhead, and I get it. Okay, you live up in Canada, which sucks. You live in French Canada, which sucks even more. Okay, so you were a half okay wrestler, and I liked the Mountie, man. That's what pisses me off. I liked the Mountie. I thought he was great.
Well, his exact quote was, "It was a walking drugstore. I hate to tell you this because I had a feud with them, but the worst was the Bulldogs. They walk in the dressing room and they have needles sticking their butt. They were walking around like ticking time bombs.
Probably.
And
dude, everybody did steroids back then. Even female badminton players in the 80s did steroids. That's not fucking shocking news, Jacque. Ooh, I think I'm going to say something about steroids, and everybody's going to love it.
Did you just put on glasses when I looked down for a second?
I did.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that, this is just my first, and I'm like, he was not wearing those glasses when we first started.
But boss, unfortunately, I'm having a little trouble seeing up close, so
you're succumbing to the,
I'm succumbing to Father Time. Yeah, he's caught up with me finally. I can see fine.
But like you said, though, you nailed it right to the thing. The only people that never did steroids, according to Mr. Jacque Rougeau, was Tito Santana, which I'll agree with that.
I agree with Tito.
Rick Martel, 100%. Rick Martel, no
fucking way.
Iron Mike Sharp. Let me tell you something. If Iron Mike Sharp did steroids, he did the worst steroids on the planet. He looked terrible.
You're doing it wrong.
But listen. I got to tell you something about Iron Mike Sharp. He was the most in shape guy there. Did you ever hear what he used to do?
No.
He would show up early and run up and down the arena, all around the arena, like for an hour straight. Then he would take a shower. Then he would do 1,000 or 500 free squats, Hindu squats. Then he would shower. Then he would do 500 push-ups. Then he would shower. Then he would wrestle. Then he would shower. And then he would keep working out. He was... Okay, I'm not a doctor, okay, but I do have a son who has special needs. My opinion is he's autistic, and he has to concentrate on one thing. He was probably mildly autistic.
Okay.
So when mildly autistic people get into routines of one thing, I'm preaching to the choir here. They have their routine, they do the things they like their comfort zone, and that's what they do. Iron Mike Sharp loved to work out. He always worked out and always showered. He was obsessive about it. Okay. If Iron Mike Sharp did steroids, he would probably look like Ted Arcidi times 5. He would have been gigantic. I agree with that. I don't agree with Rick Martel because Rick Martel's already said that he's done.
Well, the other names. This is why this fascinates me because it's like, duh, you idiot. Steve Lombardi, better known as the Brooklyn Brawler, who was a fat tub of shit. Of course, he never did steroids.
The Brooklyn Brawler?
You don't have to tell us the Brooklyn Brawler didn't do steroids. We know he didn't. He didn't even stay in shape, for Christ's sake.
No, he smoked cigars in the ring.
Not even remotely in shape.
No. And my favorite one out of all these, because he weighed $150 soaking wet, was Leaping Lanny Poffo. We know he didn't do steroids.
He didn't mention Spike Dudley?
Didn't do anything.
Spike Dudley wasn't on the list.
He didn't make the list.
You made the list.
Oh, look at Bucker. Here we go. Look at him again.
First, Frank, how about Paul Orndorff? I would say yes.
Oh, 100% he did.
Yeah,
he said that he has, yeah.
Did he work with the guy on my profile pic? That guy is ripped.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Ken Patera. Of course, Ken Patera.
No, Ken Patera. Oh, listen, I know about Ken Patera here, okay? Hold on. Ken Patera said, yeah, he goes, I tried steroids. He goes, and I'm going to be honest with you. He goes, I didn't get any stronger because I was already strong enough. He goes, so I did them a couple cycles. He goes, but after I did it, he goes, I didn't notice any difference. So I just kept doing what I was doing. I mean, Ken was just one of those guys that was so fucking strong that it was stupid how strong he was. But yeah, he did do a few of them, but he did. And he explains the doses that he did. It's basically just like taking an extra aspirin a day. That doesn't even do anything.
So I know that was a great story. That's
Steel.
just one of those. Lanny Poffo didn't take steroids. Of course he didn't.
Of course he didn't. He had like old man chicken legs when he was 22.
My leg weighs more than Lanny Poffo at his peak.
Yeah.
So it's like,
fuck Lanny Poffo.
Give me a goddamn break. Oh, I hate Lanny Poffo, dude. Especially since Savage died, I hate him even more.
No, because he's riding his coattails. You're riding the coattails of the madness. Is all you're doing.
It's horrendous.
Well, Randy said that no one would get inducted into the Hall of Fame without the entire family. Okay, so gee, what did you do, genius? You threw frisbees. Oh, remember that guy? Let's put him in the Hall of Fame.
I think King Kong Bundy ate a lot of sandwiches.
I met Bundy. I knew him. He was gigantic.
That's a big boy.
I saw him at a Mets game once and wearing pants. It's the most disturbing thing you've ever seen in your life.
That must have been so weird.
King Kong Bundy wearing pants haunts my dreams.
Well, you ought to see him when he'd show up to a match, like because everybody, shockingly, everybody's like, oh, they don't show up in their wrestling gear. No, we don't show up in our trunks and go to the store with knee pads. All right, so he was a very well dressed guy. Like Bundy didn't skimp. Like he had nice slacks, a nice shirt, button up. He was a good dude.
Yeah, he had jeans, a nice button down shirt, and a Met hat.
Yeah, he was
what
really.
Size hat does he need?
I know, right?
Probably like I don't even know.
He had a one with the thing on the back, and it was right to the last one.
Oh yeah, it's like
holding on for the last year, like that last circle. But it was great though.
Did you have a intro? I did. It was Tom Sawyer by Rush. That was my entrance music.
Anything else, Bunker?
Anything else, Bunker? I was 6'3" and I weighed 248 pounds.
You should just come on the show, man. I don't know why. I think you and Fraudulent can go at it too.
Yeah,
me and Eric can just sit back and watch for once.
Man, I forgot about my haircut appointment. It's really coming up quick here.
Frank wants to know about the Killer Bees. What about the Killer Bees?
What about them?
Do they do steroids?
Probably.
I think. What's his name did?
Brian Blair.
No, I think Brunzell looked like more. He had pecs that were ridiculous. Like, they didn't belong on his body.
Yeah, because he had kind of had them like skinny arms and
but like with weird pecs. So I would say yes.
Oh, do you guys think? And Eric, you chime in here. Do you think that there were any of these guys out there that didn't take the steroids to get massive, but instead took maybe a lower amount just to stay healthy?
Yeah. And it's going to blow your mind. Do you want to know who one of the main ones that did that was? And it's going to freak you out. Was Lex Luger. Lex did not do a ton of steroids. Like he did probably the lightest of the steroids, which is Dianabol. He did it doctor supervised, and he only did like one cycle a year. And he didn't do like tons and tons because Lex is naturally like a big ripped dude. He just is one of those guys. And he self-admitted, he goes, I got nothing to hide. He goes, yeah, I did steroids for years. He goes, but I didn't do them like people thought. Guys, I think that did like the maintenance, like, you know what I mean? Savage probably did maintenance for a long time before he got really jacked for Spider-Man, because let's face it, he didn't look natural in Spider-Man.
No.
But no, for years, I think Savage probably maintained. Like Rick Martel, he wasn't super huge, but he was really ripped when he was the model.
Right.
But definitely, boss, I definitely think that guys, because let's be honest, when baseball players take them, they take them for endurance, they take them for speed, and they take them for reaction time. And I think a lot of guys realize that, and they probably did it to improve their in-ring, timing, their skills and everything. And, obviously it's a confidence booster too, so it's all those things put together, I think. So I definitely think so.
Terzio mentioned George the Animal Steel again.
I'm not acknowledging it.
Tim's
he was just a big dude. I met George Steele. He was, and you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like the thing that killed me the worst when, like, after I got into the business, like, and I was only in the indies. I wasn't like this big time wrestler. So everybody don't, whatever. But when I met a lot of these guys,
that's our star up there.
Me. But when I met these guys, and you're starstruck, and you're like, oh my God, I'm really meeting, like, let's go George the Animal Steel. So like he's like this tall, but he's bigger. He was older, but he's still big. But I'm like either I'm tall or like, was I lied to? You know what I mean? It's like, but then I figured the
feel
kayfabe
like
shit out.
He started getting that humpback like towards the end of it. Like I don't know. Like,
I think so.
Standing up straight or anything. I think he was just.
I think so because he told me something at the end because he was a funny guy. He was really smart too. We had a really
my dad
cool conversation.
liked him a lot because of the humor. Like
yeah.
That if he was, busting a gut out on the living room couch watching wrestling, I knew George the Animal Steel was out there.
He loved that.
Doing some shit. Yeah.
That's awesome. But George told me, he goes, I used to be as tall as you. He goes, and I shrunk 6 inches. And I'm like, I believe it. But he winked at me. So, you lose height as you get older. But like, he wasn't like, I was like, because when I met Nikolai Volkov, he was pretty big. He was like, he's a big dude. He's a little taller than me and a big guy. Bundy, about 6'4", 6'5". I mean, 400 pounds, all of it. Triple H, I don't want to disappoint you, Tim. He's not 6'4". He's not even 6'2".
I met Triple H.
I thought he was that. But we've seen him in a concert in the city. He seemed pretty big to me.
He's jacked. He was big jacked dude.
Tall. He was tall though.
I mean, I don't know. I was like, I mean, I was like looking down at him, like like not like this, but like he was maybe like up to here on me. Shawn Michaels was like to here on me. I was like, wow, you fucking look like a third grader. He was scrawny too. I was like, wow, man, TV does add fucking 15 pounds. I mean, he needs it.
John, oh yeah.
Yeah. Triple H, I'm not downplaying it. He's a big dude. I mean, he's a big dude. And when you see him,
somebody like me.
Well, and he's tall enough. He's probably, I mean, I'm not trying to like cut him down. He was probably 6'1". I mean, he's a big guy and 6'2" with his belt lifts on. But he
was sitting signing autograph. It was a book signing.
Yeah.
Whatever book that he put out long.
No, we saw him at WWE New York. We went to a concert and they were playing his song, the remix of his song, and he came out, no shirt, jeans, cowboy boots, and he just sat there and posed and screamed like during while they were playing the game. I was like, holy shit, it's fucking Triple H. This is awesome. We were like literally a stone's throw. I could have reached out and touched him if I wasn't afraid of getting slapped in the face by a big meat hook. So that was pretty cool. That would
have been a good story to tell, Tim.
Well, it would have been a great story. It would have been. It would have been. But real quick before we move on, George the Animal Steel, my one thing, but first of all, you don't touch Elizabeth. We don't know how that goes. you just don't do it. And that was my problem with him. But do you remember when he got electric shock treatment on the show?
I remember.
They gave him the shock. He goes, "How no, brown cow?" In that voice, I was like, I think that was my first hint into. Well, this might not be real.
Yeah.
This might not be real.
I'm not sure about this.
How do you go from that to how now, brown cow? As I go, I was like, you know what? This might be a little fake. What do you think?
Fast forward X amount of years, and you got Shane getting his testicles electrocuted by Kane.
Yep. You got all kinds of crazy shit going on.
That was kind of funny, though. Like, I don't know.
That was
pretty good.
Our pay-per-view for today, since it is WrestleMania season, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Another 2-night, hopefully not a giant turd fest. That's hopefully not going to be. WrestleMania 12 was our WrestleMania for today, everybody. Well, first of all, I wanted to ask you, boss. I know you're still in the middle of your rewatch. Are you still doing the rewatch that you've been doing for like 2 years now?
I do. I keep it on the background because I can't watch anything new while I'm updating stuff. So I do keep it on the background. I think about where I am. It's Cena just came back from an injury, which could be that really doesn't tell you anything.
No.
I think I'm right around right at the beginning of 2009-ish. And I started at WrestleMania 17. I don't watch all of it, obviously.
But it's there. It's just it's there in the background.
If I look up and I see some dumb shit going on that I remember from it, I'll fast forward it. Or I'll just be like, this is what's going on.
That's great though. That's what I wanted to do when they just said I wanted to do Nitro. But Nitro is seriously, it is so hard to watch.
It's tough sometimes.
Unless the NWO was involved in it.
Yeah, but even then, it's still so hard to watch. Oh, here we go.
Sometimes they were 3 hours, man. Like that's. Oh, Lord. Well, by all means, Mr. Bunker, the floor is yours.
This is going to be a serious question, to you.
Oh, it's definitely not going to be.
Go ahead, Bunker. We'll wait for you. What did he say?
Why do I and Chandler Bing from Friends. This is what I do for work.
He's a transponder.
This is tough work. Dealing with the likes of you and stuff.
Our egos, signing us the new deals.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It's hard work, man.
He's in the corporate world, Bunker. That's all you need to know. He's
corporate man.
He's the upper echelon.
Never be the corporate guy though.
No,
I definitely a stone cold type of a thing when it comes to corporate. Like I'll show up like this. Steve doesn't wear ties.
Hey, wait a minute. What are these Just Too Sweet shirts I'm seeing here?
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. 316. Same shirt too we got on.
What the hell? Wow.
You have one. I sent you one, didn't I?
No, I don't have one.
I didn't send you one of these?
No.
I'll have to get you one of these now.
I think Eric's lying.
On the back,
I'm not. I would have worn.
I hate.
And on the back,
you just forgot about it. You're up there.
On the back, it's the PCP logo, and it says "We just whipped your ass."
Oh shit! Look at that. I don't have that. Well, Steve. To be fair, you and Steve don't have A to Z program T-shirts yet. So
no, I don't.
So
that's true.
Okay. Where's that? Just stalled everything I said.
You were like, wait a second. No, you guys.
Yeah, no, just.
But we need more shirts and stickers and stuff. So I think we should get on that.
Yeah, we should.
Absolutely.
I gotta get bigger shirts made because evidently the people that made mine thought everyone was, dwarves and elves, from the Lord of the Rings. So I don't know. Like, no, elves were tall, right? Elves were tall, dwarves were short. Can I say dwarf without getting in trouble?
Who cares?
Fuck them.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's get this started. WrestleMania 12, March 31st, 1996. And I laugh because when I watched this today, how different everything would be just a year later. A year later.
I swear to you, I thought the exact same thing with one of the matches. I was like, wow, what a change.
A major change. And there's something in this pay-per-view I had no idea, which I'm going to shock you all, I guess. Bambi wants a sticker. We're going to get you a sticker. Absolutely. You have Anaheim, California, and the Old Pond.
Oh, classic venue.
Pond.
Arrowhead Pond, right?
So, yeah. So, like I said, I'm watching this today at work, and I'm like, wow, I cannot believe that. I think literally months later, the entire wrestling world would be upside down because Nash and Hall leave. Austin becomes Austin. Bret Hart and Michael continue their bullshit after this. That was the main event. This is not really the beginning of the feud, but this is one of the big lights of the feud that really started setting the stage for Montreal. So let's jump into this nonsense. The tag team match for the vacant WWE Championship. I didn't even see this on the thing. This wasn't on my when I watched it today.
So let me ask you, Tim. The first match that was on here was the 6-man, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I was looking at it up earlier, when you told me about Mania 12, there was a tournament for the vacant
tag titles. The Body Donnas
I haven't
defeated the Godwins, and I never even saw that. Why would they do that?
Remember when they used to have that thing called the free for all, where they'd show a free match before?
No, but this was like a tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay.
For the vacant titles.
Yeah.
Was this Diesel and Michaels breaking up? That's why the titles were vacant. I don't remember.
No,
I was vacant at this time.
I don't know.
The post match interview, because I did do my homework with or the pre match interview with Diesel. He said, "Once I'm done with you, Undertaker, I'm coming for you next, Sean."
Yeah, and again, you know what that leads to? That leads to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
it's amazing what a year makes when you watch this with WrestleMania. But I enjoyed this WrestleMania. I did.
They did a pay-per-view after Good Friends, Better Enemies, right? And that was Diesel's last big feud. And then they did the Garden thing, and then that was it.
That was it. And then the world was changed forever.
The curtain call.
The curtain call, which I still
the curtain that call that changed it all.
I love it. But the first match we did get to see. A good guy, Yokozuna, which didn't sit well for me for some reason. But the British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Vader defeated Ahmed Johnson, Jake Roberts with his just where he started wearing the jacket, which I didn't like. And Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji turning good too. Listen, Mr. Fuji should never be a good guy.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Waving the American flag? Come on, Mr. Fuji. You're better than that. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see him with the Japanese flag always. Always
With a
throwing
cane.
salt in your
in somebody's
face.
eye.
And throwing
or-
salt,
yeah.
hitting people with a cane.
Yeah, he
Come
can't be a
on.
good guy. Yokozuna's a
No.
good guy too. Didn't say well. How long after this, Eric? Because I know you're a big Zuna guy. Was this the beginning of the end for him? Because he was kind of big.
100%.
This was the
100%.
beginning, right? This was one of those matches where they were like, "Oh shit, he ain't gonna be able to."
Yeah.
But he still looked pretty. He looked pretty decent though.
He moved all right, but
I think it was like in spurts at this point.
Yeah,
It was.
Maybe that's why 6-man tag.
And let's be honest, they're throwing him a bone because he was the champion. He drew money, and like Yoko was just a fantastic athlete. So they're probably like, all right, we can't like just let this guy whatever. But after he became like 700 pounds or whatever it was, like there's just obviously no way he was physically going to be able to do it.
It's dangerous for him and for his opponent. Yeah, you get up on that second rope and you can't hold it, and you fall 700 pounds legitimately onto somebody's chest. And
oh, dude, I was scared.
Jim Duggan's situation.
Yeah. You know what else I noticed about this too? Like Ahmed Johnson, whatever, never liked the guy. Jake the Snake ended his career basically, but Bulldog and Owen are stuck in the 6-man tag at wrestling, especially Owen. The dude never. You think about it, he never really got a legitimate shot. Never got a legitimate shot. He should not be in a 6-man tag opening wrestle, or not opening technically. In WrestleMania, he should not be doing this kind of a match.
No,
I think it's really upsetting, actually.
I think so too. He should have been.
Who wound up? Was it them that wound up winning the titles?
Yeah,
the one later on, right?
Afterward, yeah.
No, but who won that? Who won the tournament? I
saw
the
Body
Donas.
The Body Donas,
okay,
yeah.
Body Donas. Okay, gotcha.
The Body Donas one.
Yeah.
Skip and Zip, or whatever the hell the name are.
Skip and Zip.
Jesus.
If they only knew what a zip is. You know what a zip is?
Yeah, I know what a zip is.
Yeah.
Well, Italian mobster.
Yep.
I was doing a couple things while I was watching, and just how complimentary McMahon and I forget who was doing it was of Yokozuna. Well, that's the thing I always found very funny about wrestling, was that putting Yoko over. He's awesome. He's great. Few years ago at the casket match, I can't believe this. He's bringing the whole locker room back here. I can't. Sadistic son of a bitch.
That's what makes it great. And, Lawler was in his peak, of course, as the bad guy announcer.
Yes.
Yeah,
it was
good stuff.
Perfect was like a commentator in the back.
He was terrible though.
He was terrible. Bad. He was like looking at the screen down there.
Yeah, he was bad though. When he interviewed Diesel, I was like, "All right, you got to get back into wrestling, dude, because you're pretty terrible. You're a great wrestler."
Now back to you, Jerry Lawler, and then he says,
"And you can talk to
McMahon, you can talk too."
Yeah, that was funny. But other than that, he was a terrible interviewer.
Yeah, he was bad.
The second match, which I don't know if you want to call it the third technically. I don't know if you want to call it a match. Was the famous backlot brawl with Roddy Piper and Goldust
with the OJ's Bronco.
With OJ's Bronco, and this says it lasted 17 minutes. Where?
Well, you know what?
On the highway.
They left.
Yeah,
they left
on the highway.
And they were on the chase. Maybe that's part of it.
This has to be one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And I know, Eric, as a Piper fan, you have to be a little upset.
Yeah.
You have to be a little upset that Piper was involved in this kind of bullshit.
You do. But do you know that who they originally wanted Piper to fight?
No. Who?
OJ himself.
Oh,
they wanted OJ to be at WrestleMania. Yeah, look that up.
No, come on. OJ was busy finding the guy who really did it.
Yeah, he was finding the guy who
possibly had time to come to wrestling.
No, he had nothing to do with that, though, right? Didn't he? He was.
He had no. He said, "I will spend my days finding who did this." So he couldn't possibly have time to.
Well, the reason he's not looking is because he found him. That's the reason he found him. He knows who did it. That's why he's done.
He does know who did it.
He looked in the mirror.
No, let me tell you, completely off subject, and I won't get into it, but I don't think he did it. I think his son did.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
I think his son did it, and
I think he knew. I think he knew about it, though.
Oh no, he helped him cover it up. Definitely,
he helped.
Helped him cover. Oh yeah, definitely. But that's one of the subjects. Let's not get into that one.
Tercio knew it also. They wanted
OJ.
No? Way to go, Orenthal.
OJ with vodka, he writes down. See, don't fall for Tercio's shit, man. Don't fall for his shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but Eric, I mean, this really wasn't a Piper worthy match.
No.
It was really a disaster, and it just didn't look like it was like nowadays they'd film that ahead of time and edit it and make it look that just looked like live and garbage and not well put together and running around Anaheim in cars.
Yeah, whoever produced this shit should be ashamed, which I'm assuming was Pritchard. So, like, he should be ashamed of that. But
oh, look, Jader.
WrestleMania still happens. It
still
does.
happens. And now it's 2 nights of bullshit, Jader. Two nights of bullshit now.
It's still a thing.
It's still a thing.
How much? Hey, do people still buy the actual pay-per-view?
I don't think so. I don't think can you buy a pay-per-view anymore?
I don't know.
You
is pay-per-view even a thing?
Well, AEW you can. You have to technically pay for it.
No shit. Wow.
Jada, it was the 1 year anniversary when I was on your show, by the way. I just watched it. It popped up on my memories. You gotta get the show back, man. You gotta get the show back, man. Jada and Tim sounds pretty good.
I keep on telling them they can use guest hosts and do it that way. But and for episode 50, I went out and got them a logo. Have they used the logo?
I saw. Yeah.
Not once.
$59.
Not once.
Oh, the pay-per-view? No, but who? I mean, who in their right mind?
They just get the network.
Peacock, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna kick Kyle out of Jader. Listen, Jader, you guys can alternate Monday, a Tuesday. It doesn't matter. Pick a day and talk about a movie. Jesus, I gotta tell you how to do everything.
You know, there are a lot of movies out, guys. There are a lot of movies you can talk about.
I don't want to kick Kyle out. I just want
I also sent a list of 783 million movies this year that have an anniversary. So, Jader, come on. We got this.
See, Jader, I'm ready. Eric's ready. I'm ready. I'm sure Ed will be ready.
Emails, Jader.
I'm sure Ed will be ready too if he wants you to do it.
Huge list.
We're all excited.
Huge.
So yeah, I just watched the episode. It was a pop in my memories. 1 year ago, I did their show, and it was a good show.
Emails.
It was a good show. See, Jader said he doesn't read emails or texts.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
So, Frankie. Actually, we're gonna do that pretty soon. We're gonna do a crossover with Granny's Peach Tea, and we're gonna watch No Holds Barred.
Nice.
And break that piece of shit down.
I think I might want to be a part of that.
You can be a part of that. Absolutely.
What's that smell?
Yeah, we could all cry together and pray to wish we never watched this goddamn movie.
I saw actually Hogan posted they're doing a karaoke at one of his shops, and Flair's going to be there.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Can't wait to watch the video. Let's see what they allow a video in there.
Dude, you're in Florida. How do you not go? I'd be in the car right away going down there.
I don't know which one it is. The one in Tampa, the one in Orlando. I've passed by a million times. There's never been a single car. Maybe it's the time. Maybe it's when I'm leaving. But there's never been a single car outside of there. And
that's the one I went to. The one in Orlando.
Yeah, it's on International Drive, I think.
Yeah, because we stayed at the Universal Hotel. It was literally 5 minutes away.
Yes.
So we put it in the Google. We're like, 5 minutes. Like, oh shit, we could literally do 5 minutes.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts right across the street from there that we hit up as we head out from Orlando when we go.
Nice.
But
Jada, cool. I will do Mr. Nanny if you want to do it. I don't care. I'll do it. Not a big deal for me.
You know what? The last time I was in Florida, there wasn't even an Epcot Center.
That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago.
I know. I know.
All right, let's move on then, because that backlot brawl was absolutely horrendous. The next match, and here's what I was talking about before.
Sorry, Tim. I meant to say it before. There was a spot in the brawl where Piper was gonna body slam Goldust on the roof on the hood of the car, and he couldn't. And it just felt like an awkward, let me place you here.
Yeah,
type of thing. And then he gets up on there. It was just all awkward, kind of like what Eric said, poorly produced. And he does this weird knee, move as if he would do in the ring, drops a knee, and he misses. He hits the car. Had to have hurt. So it was rough.
It was rough to watch again. I didn't want to watch it again. Like when they took off, I was like, good, let's go into something else because I didn't want to watch this anymore. The next match, Stone Cold Steve Austin with Ted DiBiase defeated Savio Vega. Now, this is the first time, and you can all beat me for this if you want. I didn't know he was Stone Cold yet already. I mean, with DiBiase. I always thought he was the ringmaster.
The ringmaster.
Up until DiBiase left.
They did
but
call
he was already Stone Cold here.
Yep.
Yeah, and wasn't this DiBiase's last wasn't this his last time with Stone Cold? Wasn't that it?
It had to be close because again, he was out of there too coming up.
Yep.
Because he was what? He was number 5 to join the NWO because he did it on TV.
Jader.
So you know he was coming. Come on,
Jader. Stone Cold does a show now on the WWE Network that is fantastic. If you watched wrestling back in the day,
yes,
or even today.
Yeah, it's going to be Ron Simmons this week.
Oh wow,
it's this week's episode.
That's going to be a good one.
That is going to be a good one.
No, Jader, it's us 316. Oh, Frank, us 316. That's what this is. Yeah. You want one of these shirts, Frank? It's $28. You got to pay because you're a Mets fan.
Yes,
but yeah. So I had no idea he was already freaking Stone Cold at this point. Am I the only one? Did you guys already? I had no idea.
I knew that.
I had no.
I don't remember when it happened, but yeah. Now that you mention it, they did call him Stone Cold, and I thought during that entire run he was the ringmaster.
Yeah, then once DiBiase left, he went on his own. No more of this, money belt bullshit, and I thought that's what the turn was. I had no idea he was already Stone Cold. So that was
and
pretty
they had
good.
already played out that whole this is a non-title match.
Yeah. And he whacked him twice to win the match. Savio, you know what? I never gave Savio. Eric's going to laugh at me now. I never gave Savio the credit he was. He was a pretty good worker. He really was.
Yeah.
Well, I know Eric is in love with these guys. So
I know Eric's a fan.
Boricua. Come on, man. Oh, dude, I hope I never go to Puerto Rico because if I do, I'll never come home. I will never come home. I will fall in love the minute I set foot on Puerto Rican soil.
It is beautiful there.
I think I belong there. I really do.
Well, Jader has the cock, so he'll check it out.
I know. I really do. I think.
And Frank goes to Peter Logos.
What is that a shirt place?
No, Peter Logos.
Tim goes right to the other room.
I go. I look to the right and say, "Can you make me this shirt, please?"
Yeah. Is that a steakhouse?
That's Luger's. So I hope he's not talking about Logos.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But Frank's a little senile, so we don't know. We don't know. He still thinks it's 1986. The way he talks.
I wish.
Just
for a day, goddammit.
Oh, and here, wait. The next match is the one I really want to get because this one's going to get Eric really worked up.
Yeah, it is.
This is going to get him worked up. And Eric, you still haven't had your episode yet. He wants to have a whole episode where we debate this man and his career. This match was return, the second return or the third return, I don't know how many returns he had, of the Ultimate Warrior, where he faced a very young and nubile Hunter Hearst Helmsley with Sable, by the way, in his corner. And this was a squash. Not only was this a squash, and it pissed me off, but he no-sold the pedigree. He
no sold the pedigree.
The pedigree. Eric, go ahead. I'm not going to say nothing.
Listen. I know everybody talks shit about the Ultimate Warrior. And every single person that does, not you.
Well, he said my name, so I'm just saying that's me.
Oh, that's you, yeah. I was going to say, not you, Tim. Oh, hey, nice picture, Bunker. Your sister like that? So, dude, all these guys that talk shit about the Warrior, they fail to mention the one premise that they base all of their conversation on, like Jim Ross, Bruce Pritchard, Jim Cornette, all these fucking guys. You always hear Jim Ross go, well, did they put asses in seats? And it's like, well, let's see. The Warrior put asses in seats for like 5 years, 87 to like 91. A lot of asses in seats. Matter of fact, I bet he put more than Dr. Death's fucking Steve Williams or the fucking Rock and Roll Express. So everybody shits on him for that. Then they go, well, he couldn't work. Oh, he had a clothesline, a splash, and a gorilla press. Well, let's see. You ever see the Legion of Doom do a fucking arm drag?
Don't
You ever
forget
see
about the
Hawk doing?
ropes.
Yeah, but don't forget
about the ropes. Give me
17
credit.
shoulder blocks. Don't forget 17 shoulder blocks.
How many
Against
did the
Macho
Legion of
Man
Doom do?
at WrestleMania 7?
How many did the Legion of Doom do? Do you ever see them do a fucking crossface takedown into a grapevine like
But
Bob Backlund?
they
No.
also didn't change their names to Legion, middle initial O, last name Doom.
True.
Which would be awesome.
Which would be awesome. But listen, everybody shits on the Warrior, man, and like I'm tired of it. And you know what? There's a nice compilation that everybody should watch on YouTube. I think it's off that idiot Hannibal, the guy that talks like this when he interviews people.
That would drive me insane.
Dude, it's terrible. You want to like shove a pencil in your eye after 5 minutes. But fortunate for us, the compilation that's up are people talking about the Warrior in a positive way. Dude, it's like it's Greg Valentine, the Demolition, all these guys are like, no, he just kept to himself. He wasn't a bad guy. And it's like all the guys like, fuck, whatever. All right, I'm done. I'm done. All right, I'm done. You know, the Warrior gets a bad rap. The Warrior gets a bad rap.
We're gonna have the first ever Just Too Sweet debate, and it's gonna be about the Ultimate Warrior. And we have to get a bunch of people though. We gotta have at least
round table discussion. Yeah,
at least 4-on-4. Good and bad. But I don't know if there's any other good, Eric. That's the only problem. I don't know if there's any other good. You might be the only guy arguing good.
I don't care. I'll take it all. I'll be the defense. I don't care.
That's fine.
I don't care. I will defend him until the end of time.
Because you even had, don't forget, we had
but you wouldn't defend what happened here.
What happened?
Like Eric, you would you defend this particular match?
This was okay.
I know not everything's going to be perfect, so I don't want to say that I'm trying to make a Warrior out to be, Warrior's not perfect, so he sucks. But there's no.
I will give you that. I will give you this. Okay, the WWE or F back then needed star power, and the Warrior knew that, so he probably took advantage of that, saying, "Look, I want say in my finishes. I want say in my matches." Blah 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 blah. Vince probably said, "Okay, have it." You know, so. Okay, so Warrior took advantage of that. I was going to call him Jean-Paul Levesque. Triple H was the one getting punished for the curtain call, man. Let's be honest, it's the truth.
It didn't happen yet.
But that didn't happen yet.
It didn't happen yet during this match.
Yeah, it did happen. It already happened. No, it didn't happen yet.
It didn't happen yet. Which is my problem with this match. Because he's an up and coming rising star against the veteran. It shouldn't have. I don't care if he lost. But first of all, he should have no sold the pedigree.
So
that's
this
wrong.
Was before the curtain call?
This is before the curtain call.
But for both of you guys, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but you guys will say things about current wrestlers that are or guys who are coming back and being limelight and not selling for these newer kids. If you take it back to there, it's the exact same thing, I think.
Oh no, and I agree with both sides of it. I have no problem with Ultimate Warrior winning.
Right.
But the no selling of the pedigree is what bothers the shit out of me.
Wrestling was taking a turn, and Warrior style obviously was different than what was starting to happen. Like there weren't enhancement talent anymore. And yeah, it made Triple H look like an enhancement talent, and it was embarrassing. Yeah, but now do I feel it was a great match? No, I don't. I feel it was a horrible match, and I feel that they should have given Hunter at least 5-6 minutes, and they should have been like, Warrior, look, you got to get out there and work a little bit. Let him work you over. He's a bad guy. Let him slap you around a little bit, throw you around, but then you can do your Warrior comeback or your press, do everything.
You change the match with two simple things. If he's going to no-sell the pedigree, at least let him go for a pin. He did it.
Yeah,
he pedigreed him, and the guy shot up like he was a fucking
let him kick out.
He got up almost quicker than
he was up before Triple H did.
Oh, dude!
And the second thing is, don't pin him the way you pinned him. He pinned him on his knees. I thought that was extremely.
It was a shit show, man. It was a complete shit show.
Timmy, what's more disrespectful, Timmy? The 7 where he just stood on Savage. Just the 1 foot, or this nonsense?
Both. I'll say both. But the Savage is
I'll-
worse because Savage
yes.
is
legend.
Savage.
He's
Triple
a
H wasn't
freaking
anybody yet.
Right.
So yeah, those are the two things. You change those two things, I have no problem with this match really. Because again, he was making his return, he was making his comeback. He had a show, have a good showing, even though he didn't last very long. Because this is the third comeback, right? After this, he was gone. Right?
Yeah. The next time we saw him,
this was it. Yeah. He wasn't there much longer, like another 4 months, maybe.
Yeah. So I say you change those two things, I got no problem with the match. I get it because he got new star. He wanted to come back, star power, like you said, Eric. He's a big name, but you did no sell the pedigree. You got to at least let him go for a pin, and don't pin him with your knees. It rubbed me the wrong way. So that's what
it did. But here's the thing: it didn't hurt Triple H at all. It didn't hurt his character. It didn't hurt his push. Didn't hurt his rise because obviously he was getting a push, but he wasn't getting a huge push, and obviously if you're anybody that understands wrestling, you know that this guy's going to be a star someday. Okay.
Well, the push was coming because don't forget right before the curtain call. He was supposed to win. He was supposed to win the King of the Ring and all that stuff, and then the curtain call happens a few months later because this is in what? This is in March
'96.
So April, March, May. We're talking 2 months later. The curtain call happens. So
that goes to what you were saying. Just a few months later, the whole damn thing changed up.
Wow, it's crazy to think like that. It really, really is. So we'll have to schedule our Ultimate Warrior debate for some time in the future. We have to get enough people. We got Bunker on here. I'll get Raul on here. Who else we can get on here for the debate?
Raul, Bunker, the boss, me, you.
Bert.
We need one more. Ed? Will Ed at least see my pain?
I don't know. He
likes the big boss man. Give me a break.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna fucking buy him I'm gonna find an autographed big boss man 8x10. I'm gonna have somebody customize like a shirt that looks like what he wore, and I'm gonna send him like a nightstick. I'm gonna tip the jury here with
that's
send him
fine.
a nightstick so he can test it out on Bunker.
Oh, Ed would. Look, I used to give Ed a lot of shit, but like Ed would destroy Bunker,
Good.
All right, let's get on to the next wonderful match. The Undertaker against Diesel. Big Daddy again. Here we go. Like I say, you figure you watch it, you're like, wow, it's almost coming to an end. It's almost coming to an end.
Yeah.
Boss, what did you think of this one? How did you enjoy it? Did you not? This was 17 minutes, which I don't see Undertaker and Diesel going 17 minutes, but they did go 17 minutes.
Yeah. There was a lot of slowdowns, and this guy is down for a bit. That guy's down for a bit. I thought it was okay. I mean, back in the day, I was most looking forward to the Iron Man match. So maybe I was looking ahead a little bit, but I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything fantastic or the other way.
Did you see my profile pic? You're right, Bunker. I can't disagree with that.
Do you not
I
disagree
can't.
with the little wiener remark?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment. Let's just say this: I'm 6'2". I weigh 215 pounds, and I have all my life. I'm not saying anymore. Yes, I've done steroids.
Which we know. We heard that. We had that conversation too.
I have one nut to prove it.
Eric, what about you? What did you think of this match?
I thought it was. Look, let's just be honest here. Kevin Nash isn't the greatest worker in the business. He works great as a big man because his moves, his psychology is great. He's slow. He paces the match great. I think it's awesome. But what didn't work here was the Undertaker style with him.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't do a lot of the Undertaker's. He's stuck between like a big like Bundy guy or like a giant Gonzalez guy. He's kind of in between. So he's like a little taller than Undertaker, weighs a little more. And it's like, Undertaker throwing around a guy who's not as nimble as the Undertaker, but the same size is tough. Now, you got to give the Undertaker credit here because the match he made it as best he could. Because like I said, Diesel is not technical. Undertaker's technical. Undertaker can work, man. He can fucking work.
He can move.
and he can move. Now, the credit goes to The Undertaker for slowing it down with Diesel to acquiesce to that. So it actually wasn't a terrible match to me. It wasn't a terrible match at all. So.
And I'm a Diesel guy, so I dug it. it.
Yeah, Diesel's great, man. Diesel's awesome. Like, fucking, that was some of the best times. Even though business was shit, that was some of the best times.
We don't all know he's a behind the scenes asshole, but that's okay. I'll let that go. I'll let that slide a little bit.
And Undertaker said in the documentary, his best matches were with the little guys. You know, the Shawns and whatnot. Not with
Sean, Brett. Who was he feuding with back in whatever? Like Jake Roberts.
Yokozuna was able to keep up with him.
Yeah, dude, they had some of the best matches, man.
And well, that leads us to our main event, which definitely was a main event. Definitely one of the great matches we've ever seen.
Cheaters.
Finishing. Well, it was an Iron Man match, 60 men, and as many pinfalls as you can get. We went Karate Kid 3 style. We went into overtime, tied at 0. So we were ready for that one final pinfall, which we know the boss is very happy that Shawn Michaels won this one with a sweet chin music. As far as the match itself goes, Eric, where would you rank this match as far as like probably one of the best of all time? And is this one of those matches, like you said, you would sit down the youngsters today and go, fucking watch this. This is how you do it.
If you pick the top 10 greatest matches of all time, this is definitely in it. I don't know where to place it, but this is definitely in it. And yes, you sit down. This is one of those matches that you make these up and coming guys go, okay, do you want to know how to work and what a real match should look like? Watch this. Just watch this and learn. Watch it over and over again. You have the two best wrestlers probably of all time in one ring right now. I mean, everybody can hate Brett all they want. Brett was one of the greatest workers he's probably one of the top 3 of all time. He really is. Overall wrestler, maybe not. Like with interviews and stuff. I understand the charisma part and everything, but there was barely anyone that could touch him in the ring. And that's just, Michaels might be the only one.
Well, people don't know they hate it because he's Grumpy Brett now. That's all.
And they hate what he says. I get it. I get it. Yeah. They hate what he says. But Brett is one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. I mean, I don't want him to hear me say that because I'll fucking see his head from Canada. But
like you said, Brett likes to say he's the greatest of all time. He likes people to say he's the greatest of all time. And he honestly, he won that belt.
Yeah.
Like he won it. Like it wasn't given to him. It wasn't written. He wins it. He thinks he really won those titles.
Yeah, when the work starts to be like when the whole work of the wrestling becomes now listen, like if any of us won the title and we came home, like if you went home to Queens and you went back home to the city and saw your old buddy Steve and you had a belt, are you telling me
I would glue this to my shoulder?
Exactly. I would show up here in town and I would go to the bar that Friday night with the fucking title
and
on my shoulder.
Every fucking guy out there.
I'd be like, I'm the fucking champion. You're not. Step outside.
Imagine if they had those belts when we were kids.
No.
Like the real ones. Like these real ones.
Tim, we would have been expelled from school by 10th grade. There was no two ways about it.
By the way, Eric, they do make the old school tag team belts now.
They do?
They have the old school Hard
How
Foundation,
much are they?
Demolition. They're a little expensive. But I'm just saying, maybe me and you go to an event sometime. Maybe some kids will have 2 of them. Maybe we'll challenge them to a match and, beat them up in the bathroom and steal their titles. I'm just saying.
I could totally flim-flam them out of that. Can
I sneak in and be special guest referee?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, boss.
So you know what the
I'm gonna call it right down the middle. You kids out there.
when you just finally decide to make the tag belts, don't you sell them together for a special price instead of selling them for $300 each?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. They're the real belts and you got to buy them separately.
How about 2 for $450?
Not even cheaper than that. You know people are going to buy 2. Who's going to buy 1 tag team belt? It makes no sense.
Is that the tag team belt? Where's your partner? You know, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Even when I bought him the Toys R Us one, he's like, yeah, I want to tag my kid. I want a tag team belt. Well, you can't get one. That's stupid.
No.
You buy two.
Oh my god.
Find someone to wear the other one. That's all it is.
Come on, Vince.
Exactly. Just find some
together.
old guy at the grocery store. Be like, hey, hold this for a minute. And you know what I mean? Like I would do that.
Yeah, I need one of those tag belts.
Guys,
That'd be awesome.
didn't we do for that other place? Didn't we do a top 10 WrestleMania matches? I feel like we did that.
That was so long ago. That was
I
another
remember
live.
because Steamboat and Savage, I think, was number 1. Yeah, but it was a while ago. Yeah,
That was a lifetime ago.
that was a lifetime ago.
That was when we were in the
wild
and
back.
that stuff might have changed, just like our every now and then our top 10 whatever movie changes. It just depends on what's going on.
That's when we were in the minor leagues. We're in the majors now.
We're in the major leagues.
Exactly.
So, Steve, again, we know you're not happy with the outcome of this match, being a Bret Hart sympathist. What am I going to call you? Sympathizer?
A fan.
A fan? And
respect the hitman.
And a Shawn
Respect
Michaels
the hitman.
hater. Shawn Michaels hater is good to say. So, what do you think? What do you think of the match overall, though?
It was fantastic.
Before you lean your way.
I can't possibly come on here and say that I didn't enjoy the match because of who won. The match was great. It had everything. It had the spectacle. It had the dramatics. It had this, and had the boyhood dream and whatever. What was his name? That was in his corner, the manager.
Lothario.
Lothario,
yes. Yeah. Lothario. And then it had the cheating and all that stuff. Gorilla Monsoon, nice one. God rest his soul, but jeez. You screwed Brett on that one. That was the first time you got screwed.
Yeah, way to go, Gorilla. Thanks for starting all that.
Thanks for starting a trend. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, it was phenomenal to see two athletes that caliber just to go at it for an hour plus is, I mean, unheard of. I don't watch it enough these days to say. There's definitely nobody out there that could do that, but I'm gonna say there's nobody out there right now that could do what they did. Even the downtime, the crowd was in it from the start. The downtime, the classic double clothesline. To buy them some time to recoup. Even that there was back and forth in within the crowd in Anaheim. So while I did not appreciate the outcome, and Gorilla Monsoon really just screwed him. Come on, it's like Bills fans know how Bret Hart feels.
Yeah,
it's true.
Over time, get knocked out.
You made a good point though. Nobody today could probably. But you made a good point. No one today could do that, and even more importantly, who would you want to watch do that at this point? Like right now,
I don't think these guys are trained well enough to understand how to do that.
I mean, I off the top of my head, I would say AJ Styles. I could watch him for an hour.
I think AJ can put the Miz can't. I don't even think Cena can. I don't even think Cena can do that.
Cena couldn't do an hour.
He
might. Who else did Iron Man matches? There weren't too many of those, right?
About that.
I know
somebody else did do one.
The women had one.
Yep.
Bayley and Sasha did an hour, and that was good. That was actually very good.
There's been seven Iron Man matches. Well, this was written in 2012, so. Let me know if there's been any since. Lesnar Angle SmackDown 2003.
Oh wow.
Triple H and The Rock Judgment Day 2000. The first line is, with Stone Cold still recovering from neck surgery, Triple H and The Rock finally got the headline of pay-per-view. Benoit and Triple H on Raw 2004.
I don't remember them doing an hour. It must not have been too memorable.
Angle and Benoit. Oh, Benoit did 2. This was in 2001 at Backlash. John Cena and Randy Orton. Bragging Rights 2009.
Cena did one. I don't remember that either.
Number 2. Well, this is a countdown. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels Raw Homecoming 2005. Homecoming was that when it went back to USA? I guess maybe.
I think so.
And then number 1 is Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. So total of 7.
Yeah, Eric, it's on sale for $300.
No shit, one
That
belt.
doesn't make any sense, man.
How do you not sell two? That doesn't make any sense.
Why
to me
would
either.
it's a tag team belt?
Because me and you'd be wearing them everywhere.
Terzio,
Everywhere.
can you do an hour with Sable? What does Sable look like these days?
She doesn't look bad.
Like
She looks like an old.
Brock Lesnar's.
She looks like
I was gonna get real nasty there for a minute, but I won't. She is somebody's mother. She is somebody's mother. I won't.
She's Brock Lesnar's wife who'd kill all three of us. So
it's supposed my luck. Brock Lesnar will actually see this and he'll come and find me and destroy me. So.
Oh no, he would. He'd be in Windsor someday, like going like, "Is that Eric here?" I'd be like, no, he didn't work here. I don't know who he is. Eric doesn't exist."
So I don't know, but yeah, I would say as far as like you said, nobody today. I'm thinking AEW too. I don't.
No, Kenny Omega could not do it.
I don't know.
CM Punk, I don't think could even do it.
Him and Jericho went close, but yeah, I don't know.
Jericho could never do one now.
No, my God. I think he can do. He can do an
anyway.
hour of as a plate of nachos. I think.
Yeah. He looks pretty rough.
Terzio talking about Rey Mysterio's son is the worst. He needs to get more seasoned. Well, look who he had to learn from.
There you go, Terzio.
There you go, Terzio. He actually did an interview, Mark Mero, at this.
Yeah,
Mania.
it was his debut and backstage right between one of the matches, and Triple H came out and interrupted him, and that's how that feud started.
Yep.
And that's how Sable, I guess, switched sides.
I guess.
Something like that.
Is that part of the storyline? I don't even remember.
It was like he was like getting a little like grabby with her at ringside. Triple H was a little rough, and Mero jumped in.
There wasn't much I remember about WCW and back in the day, but I remember when he showed up, I was like, "That's Johnny B. Bad."
Johnny B. Bad.
That's Johnny B. Bad. I was like, "What the hell is he doing here now?"
He's not Johnny B. Bad anymore.
No, he's something.
Not remotely close.
He got destroyed by his wife, Sable. Destroyed him in ratings. Destroyed him in everything.
Oh. Everything.
So, gentlemen, it was a good show.
It was a good show.
A lot of fun, a lot of excitement, a lot of action, a lot of intrigue, a lot of guests, which I enjoyed the most. Even you, Frank.
Me too.
Even you. If anybody out there wants to buy me and Eric a belt, I'd appreciate it. Actually, buy us one, and I'll buy the other one.
Let's set up the GoFundMe.
And we'll ship in with the other one.
Yeah, we'll set up a GoFundMe for the tag belts.
And then to reward you for buying us the belts, we will go out and challenge people on the street for tag titles.
Yes.
And we will film
It's going to be the 24/7 tag titles featuring
Tim
and Eric.
We'll just go out and challenge people random, but there might only be like teenagers or something like that. But we'll go out and roll.
That's smart. That's good.
They're going to be like 12 years old and weak and frail. Yeah.
Maybe my son's friends, hide them in something like that. I ain't getting my ass kicked by no 15-year-old.
No.
They all know MMA nowadays.
I was going to say it's all likelihood that we would get our ass kicked by these kids. Like I'm just not even pretending I'm tough anymore. It's not happening.
No, I don't even try anymore.
No,
one of you guys just have a cameraman with you so that you can record it as it's happening.
Exactly.
That's ratings galore. On this network.
Like I could probably beat somebody up, but I wouldn't be able to move the next day, for 2 weeks.
No, I'll die. Straight up die.
No, my joints would hurt so bad. It's not like I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm like, I really hope I never have to fight anybody anymore.
My style would be your Giant Gonzalez's, where I can't move, but if I grab you, I could probably do some damage.
To get the chop over the head.
All these kids have to do is run around me, and I'm done. But if I get hold of you, I could probably do some damage. But if I can't grab you, I'm done.
I'm still pretty quick with the hands, but I can't, obviously you see me, I'm wearing glasses, so first off, I'm going to be like, what, where are you? And second off,
it takes me 3 hours to tape my knees up, my ankles.
Yeah. I'm going to turn and my knee's going to go out. And
back
then I'm
brace.
Going to be like, fuck. Yeah. Back brace.
As you can see, getting old sucks.
on second thought, don't buy us the belts because we don't want to go out and defend them now.
No, I can't lose them that fast. I don't want. I want to have a glory with it.
An hour later, hey Tim, Eric, what happened to the belts?
Oh,
I know.
Two random kids.
Couple kids down on Houston Street got them now.
Oh well, that's life. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? It might be fun.
Eric,
the what?
You get some credit for saying Houston.
Thank you. Hey,
a lot of people.
I can do another one that's gonna blow your guys' mind.
Mm-hmm.
Bedford Stuyvesant.
Wow. Look at you.
Well, yeah, we call it Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy.
We
I
don't.
was
I was gonna follow it up.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I was gonna follow it up with that.
All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for us. Make sure you watch and love and follow all the shows on this network. Are we going tomorrow night, boss?
Let's do it.
All right, so tomorrow we're going to have, is it our final episode, or are we going to go again after the Super Bowl? What are you
I
thinking?
think we can do a Super Bowl recap.
Okay, cool. So tomorrow night will be unsportsmanlike conduct, the Super Bowl preview, as well as, man, we're going to have some fun with that. Rooney Rule, the coaching carousel.
I've gotten more aggravated as the days have gone.
Yeah, because and I'll tell you right now, the Giants dodged a huge goddamn bullet by hiring the right coach. Bambi, you are so welcome again. We're thinking about you. Hope everything works out. Yeah, so that'll be tomorrow night. The Sportsmanlike Conduct. Thursday, we have nothing. Nothing. Friday is this guy. Probably with this guy. I'm going to be on A to Z program. No subject at this moment, Eric. We're going to wing it again, or are we just going to chill out?
Yeah, like boss, I was telling Tim, like I get immense feedback from people of like when Tim and I just like go off on tangents and bullshit. They're like, we really enjoy watching you guys bullshit. So I'm like, okay, we can do that.
And party and bullshit. I'm sorry, I got the biggie on my mind.
We had some freaking viewers the one day. Like it just kept going up and up and up, and I was like, holy shit. And we were just being assholes. So maybe that's the key,
Oh, well, you were just being yourself.
I was gonna say, what's new about anything with that?
We were being assholes.
And then Saturday we got Granny's Peach Tea coming out at 3:00 on Saturday, and then next week we do it all over. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting my own show. That's what's going on Thursday. Because at 3 a.m. I will be up at 3 a.m. tonight to watch the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett.
Not tonight.
Will be tonight.
Wednesday.
Tonight.
Yeah.
But technically it's tonight.
My days are all jacked up.
Book of Boba Fett finale, and
don't tell Jacque Rougeau that. He'll think they're on steroids.
I'm hoping to go Thursday because I do have a special guest. He is ready to come finally. My friend, my cohort, my tattoo guy, responsible for 95% of the ink on my body, is finally going to come on the show. Hoping it's Thursday. Hoping. I'm going by his schedule, so I'm hoping that happens. That will be shooting the season finale. Looking forward to that. Boss, anything else coming up that we should know about? Giveaways? What's going on?
No, there's a couple of contests up on the site, popculturepros.com. We've been doing multiple screenings every single week. I think we've got a Netflix one that's going to go up tonight.
Sweet. I
just got it this morning. So that'll go up tonight. And then Kyle's review of Liam Neeson's new flick will go up tonight as well. Liam Neeson now 70 whatever years old, still chasing chains, still chasing automobiles on foot.
Basically this is Taken 12.
Yes,
basically,
yes,
it's Taken 12.
I will find you.
That's all it is,
and I will kill you.
Yeah, and sometimes he looks better. I don't know. Sometimes the editing looks better than the others.
Exactly.
It doesn't look bad for 70 years.
It would be great just if in one movie he would go, I don't have any money, but credits will do fine.
You know what they did?
He's coming back.
I saw it on TikTok. It was, I think it's Fred Caliendo's doing these things. It was Morgan Freeman replacing Liam Neeson in Taken.
Did you see Caliendo? Yeah,
okay,
Frank Caliendo.
Okay, it is Caliendo. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Harlan do Kermit the Frog doing Liam Neeson?
Yes.
Did I see
on the Graham Norton show?
Yes, on the Graham Norton show. I saw that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, that was so great.
Tom Cruise was in love with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. I will find you. And I will kill you.
All right, Eric, you got any last words before we go?
Oh, no. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming. What was that guy, the computer doctor? He's like, please try our product. Okay. Remember the computer professor, the Mac, whatever. Don't listen to me.
Boss, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, anytime.
You are welcome anytime. You know that is right.
Yeah, thanks for coming, boss.
69.
Yes. You got to be here for that.
69.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. And remember, we're better than you, and we know it.